Hey guys, I'm Dave. This is Strength Through Weakness. And this week, I'm going to get a little bit more candid with you. I'm going to focus on something that's happened in my life. Did that about 2 weeks ago, just kind of shot from the cuff, and it was very well received. I'm not quite in the broken moment that I was 2 weeks ago, but nevertheless, I felt like if I shared something with you that has been super impactful in my life and just did it a little bit more candidly, then maybe that would help you. So let's start here. My family knows me as a grump. I'm the grumpy one. I'm the one that gets frustrated easily, that has blow-ups. When my children fail to obey me in the way that I think they should or the timeline that I think they should, I'm likely to get frustrated. Now, it's not something I'm proud of. It's not something I want in my life, and we'll get to that in a second. Another place that I really noticed was in my driving. I started to see my oldest daughter make comments about how poorly other people were driving, and I realized, man, that's me times like 10. No. I don't try to run people off the road. I even refrain from most foul language and don't let my fingers just fly around the car. But nevertheless, I still might get upset. The word idiot probably flies around. And here's the deal, guys. Those people, they didn't set out to do something wrong to me. They didn't, they didn't do anything specifically. They don't know who Dave Hammond is. It's not that way, right? But in that moment, I'm so frustrated and I'm so angry. And so here's the thing that I have begun to do, and this has been probably for about the last 6 months. It's been pretty dang consistent, and I've seen great benefits. I've begun to have a special prayer that I start my day off with. It doesn't have to be the exact wording. I try not to be too ceremonial, but ultimately I pray something like this. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray that your grace that abounds so freely would wash over me, that it would fill me completely to a point of overflowing, that it would overflow to those around me, especially my family and my loved ones, right? And so what I've found is that praying that consistently is, in all honesty, this is horrible, but has become one of the first things that I have begun to pray for more than 3, 4, 5 times, right? That I've prayed this prayer and that I've seen God work and change me. And I'm far from perfect. I'm not claiming to be that, but I've seen little moments where, get this, I'm ready to scream and yell at somebody, but I picture a moment where I turned out in front of someone because I didn't realize they were there. And I had no ill intentions, and I consider myself to be a fairly good driver. And so then I recognize they may be a good driver and they made a mistake, and I have some grace for them. I've seen just glimpses of a freedom from that, an ability to have success. And so what I want to encourage you guys is to recognize that there is a fullness of God, whether it be in grace or in love or in hope or in faith or any of these different aspects that he wants to pour out to us. So I want to share with you a verse as we close today, and it comes from Ephesians 3, starting at about the middle of verse 17 and going through verse 19. And this is Paul's prayer for believers in Ephesus, but we can consider this a prayer for us as believers. And it says this: "And I pray that you, being rooted and established in love, may have power together with all the saints to grasp how wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ, and to know this love and that surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled to the measure of all the fullness of God." So I encourage you as you go through this week to figure out where it is that you want to be more Christ-like, and then to begin to ask God to stretch you to become a bigger cup, that he might pour that out into you, that you might successfully grow in this way. So that's it for this week, man. Again, if you can share, comment on the YouTube post, the Facebook post, whatever you want. I would love to get back with you, and I hope that you have a great week. Signing out.